What's good? This is Trey. In this video, I want to talk about how to know if a girl is interested in you. All right, so this is a good topic to talk about because, women are not very direct when it comes to letting you know their interest level, right? They can be, depending on how able you are to like pump attraction and make her feel a lot of attraction. Right, so it gets to a point where she's not logical no more. She's just reacting and she's just telling you how much she likes you, and right, that is possible, but that's not always the case. A lot of times a woman will be indirect in the way that she will communicate her interest. It will be through subtleties. It will be through her body language. It will be through little signs or indicators of interest, right? But you as a man have to be able to pick up on these things, right? If you're not able to pick up on these things, then you'll just have no clue. You'll try to figure out, when should I make a move? When should I do this? Where she has already given you all these different signs and indicators of how interested or not or disinterested she is, but you just ain't pick up on them, right? So I want to go over a couple of them. First thing I want to say is a lot of it is body language, right? Pay attention to body language, not so much what she's saying, right? More so about her behavior, what she's doing, how she's responding, how she's reacting, right? Her actions, right? So one of the things look for, is she blushing? Is she blushing? Is she getting warm? Is she getting, you know what I mean? Like, you can tell when a girl is starting to like kind of lose control of her body, you know what I mean? In your presence. And it's because if you have like a very strong frame and strong vibe and she finds you attractive, she will naturally start to get reactive to you, and you want to pay attention to that, right? Pay attention. Is she like in a logical, conscious place, or is she in more of an emotional, unconscious place? And if she's in a more emotional place, then there's some interest there because you're triggering attraction in her, right? Another one is eye contact. Pay attention to her eye contact. Is she holding eye contact with you and looking in your eyes and it's all about you, or is she looking around, trying to find something better to do or find a better situation to be in or whatever? She's just trying to get out. Pay attention to that, right? If you see her looking around and stuff, spike up the attraction. Figure out how you can get her more interested, or if it's a lost cause, then just you say, you know what, it's nice meeting you. See you later, right? If a girl is not, if she's not, locked in eye contact wise, or sometimes if she's shy, she may be looking down. That's okay too. But if she's looking around like trying to find something else, that means you're not really capturing her interest like that. Smiling. If a girl is smiling and having a good time and bubbly and light, then obviously there's some interest there, right? The opposite would be she's not smiling, right? She has like a serious face, or she just is being very logical with you or whatever. It's like, okay, she's not really into it, not that interested. If she's demonstrating that she's nervous, right? She's like tripping up on her words. She seems like she's caught off guard, and she's like fidgety or nervous, or she can't control herself. Like, those are signs that she's interested. She's reacting to you, right? You're obviously making a strong impact on her for her to behave that way. And think back to when you may have been around your crush or been around a girl that you really like. What happened? You get nervous, you start sweating, you start getting fidgety, you start stumbling on your words and shit like that. If you're noticing that's happening with her, then obviously there's some interest there, right? That doesn't happen when you're not interested in someone. You're not interested in someone, there is no reaction. You're just like, you just want to leave or get away, Body language. Is she trying to like, give you proximity, or is she trying to get away from you, right? Is she backing away when you're talking to her and like trying to make it seem like she's trying to go? Or does she seem locked in, like she'd love to be with you for hours, right? There's a clear difference in the two. You want to pay attention to that. Her body language, like, is she kind of like giving you her shoulder or giving you her back, or is she, planted and enjoying the vibes? And so, you know, I just mentioned vibes. Vibes is a big thing. Pay attention to the vibes. Pay attention to the feeling of the interaction. Does it feel good to interact with this woman? Does it feel effortless? Does it feel like there's not much resistance and it's just like a good vibe and it's you feel like you could talk to her forever? Or does it feel like there's a lot of resistance, like she is resisting your communication and she's putting up walls and she's, you know what I mean? You can tell when it's, you know, when she's not that interested because she's sort of like blocking your communication with her energy, right? When a woman's interested, she won't do that as much, right? She'll be a lot more open to just, you know, hear your conversation, feel out your vibes and see, you know, what kind of dude am I dealing with, right? So that's pretty much like some of the main indicators you want to look for. A lot of it is just body language. And a lot of it is she, you know, is she giving you proximity or is she trying to leave? Right? That's like the key thing. Like if she seems like she's trying to bounce or something is more important to her than spending that time with you in that moment, then, you know, you have to weigh out the interest level and tell yourself, okay, you know, what are my standards as far as interest level? Like some men, they have abundance and they don't want to deal with women that aren't that interested. It's a waste of time. You know what I mean? Or if you just you want to get the practice and you want to tighten up your game or whatever, you may deal with the girl who's being a little more challenging because you need the practice. You need to sharpen your game, see what you can do, right? So it just depends, but you want to be able to pick up on these cues so you'll be more comfortable making moves. Your game will look a lot smoother if you could pick up on these cues and signs. You'll make the right move. You know when to make an advance, when to back off, when to walk away, when to stay, you know what I mean? By paying attention to the signs that she's giving you. All right. Hopefully this video was helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.